To create this part, I'll start by looking at it from the front view and sketching the profile on the front plane. Next, I'll look at the part from the top view and create this sketch on the top plane. This area needs a full round fillet. And finally, I'll add 2 more fillets to this area. One important detail, this time I won't place the origin at the center of this circle. Instead, I'll place it a bit lower, exactly 25 millimeters from this face, while keeping it aligned with the part's symmetry, right here. This ensures that once the part is created, the top plane passes exactly through the middle of the model, excluding the circular tab, keeping the overall symmetry. Otherwise, if you had placed the origin here, your top plane would have passed through this line instead. So, keeping these points in mind, I first draw a 50mm by 40mm rectangle on the front plane. Let's enter the sketch on the front plane. I use a center rectangle, second type, to place the origin exactly in the middle, with dimensions of 50mm by 40mm. Next, I draw a 20mm diameter circle, positioned 20mm from both the top and side edges. I sketch the circle right here. Position it at 20mm and 20mm, with a diameter of 20mm. Now, I extrude the sketch by 20mm. While still in the sketch, I go to the Features tab, select Extruded Boss command, and set it to 20mm with a mid-plane condition. This keeps the right and front planes centered, maintaining symmetry. Now, I can easily select the top plane and draw the sketch for this area on it, as it passes right through the middle of the part. Then, I'll extrude it using the mid-plane condition. Had we sketched it differently, the top plane would be elsewhere, making it much harder to draw this specific feature. So, I select the top plane and sketch a 40mm wide rectangle. With a 20mm radius fillet, that gives us a 40mm total length. Enter the sketch on the top plane. Orient normal to the plane. I draw the rectangle using the second type, or using the center rectangle, starting from this area. I align this point horizontally with the origin, setting the dimensions to 40mm by 40mm. So, it's a 40mm square. I also make this line and this edge collinear. With the sketch complete, I extrude it 10mm using the mid-plane condition. So, I go to the Features tab, select Extruded Boss command, set the depth to 10mm, and use the mid-plane end condition. Now you can see the top plane and front plane pass exactly through the center of the part. Next, I apply a full round fillet, and 2 additional fillets here. The exact radii aren't specified, so I'll use 10mm. Select the Fillet command, choose Full Round Fillet, and pick these 3 adjacent faces. Then I use a standard fillet, first type, for this edge and this edge to refine the geometry. We also have a circular extruded cut in this area. It falls exactly at the center of the full round fillet. So we can make this circle concentric with the arc. Setting the diameter to 20mm. Then, using Extruded Cut command, I set it to Up to Next or Through All condition to remove the material. And this is how I create the part. On second thought, I think the fillet radius here should be slightly less than 10 millimeters. I edit the fillet feature and change the value to 9 millimeters. I also missed a fillet on this corner, which can stay at 10 millimeters. I edit the previous fillet feature and change the value to 10 millimeters. And in addition to those two edges, I select these two as well.